I know. I never give you a heads up when I'm going to do a live. I'm sorry. I'm just uh lucky to be here. I feel like I haven't felt well the last few days. I overdid it. Eating foods that I'm sensitive to. If I eat certain foods, I get certain reactions, and sometimes it affects my stomach, intestinal tracts, and inflammation and all that, and it just really hurts, and it can last for a couple days. It's better today, so I'm going to try to do some things that are just bugging me around the house, like I need to change my bed. I need to do the hairy dog floors. And I want to get outside and pull weeds. So what I think I'm going to do, and start some laundry. I think what I'm going to do first is start a load of laundry. Then I'm going to go outside and pull weeds because it's hot already. I took the dogs out, and Frankie's pouting because I need to put on low makeup. Even though I'll be outside sweating, I have to do something. I just can't be out there scaring children. Sorry. And I'm at the end of my sunblock. Diddy. I turned it upside down so I could get it. I think I'm going to replace this because I like it. I do. So, hopefully, if anyone needs to talk or chat, you'll see this notification and come join me. I also wanted to do this video because I know that sometimes some of us don't want to do anything. And we think, as we're laying on the sofa, and I remember this yesterday, is there's a difference between being stubborn. The narrow pathways are being stubborn, saying, I want to do what I want to do, no matter what. There's a difference between that and physically being exhausted from your body attacking itself with inflammation, nausea, lots of, discomfort, a virus eating away at your body. There's a difference. And sometimes it's hard to tell what the difference feels like. The biggest way to tell what the difference is to do the personal work. Dig deep. Yeah, sometimes you have to dig deep. That's all there is to it. Let me use my waterproof eyeliner. I've gone back to liquid lately because powder and pencils are irritating with the humid weather because they're irritating because they don't last. They're not irritating because they hurt my eyes. So there's that. So I was laying on the sofa yesterday thinking, if anyone else was doing this that I cared about, I would definitely ask them to do a check-in, a self-check-in, which would be to ask them, are you not getting off the sofa because I was on the sofa for 2 days. That's how bad it was this time. I haven't had an attack in so long that instead of being grateful and behaving like I have been for a couple years, I decided to do some therapy eating. Yes, I did. I just started eating all kinds of things, knowing they could be a problem, right? Some people will overdrink, knowing it can be a problem for them. Some people will binge watch TV, knowing, right? Some people will flirt or shop. Yep, we know that, right? So we have to kind of keep an eye on ourselves. You know, ask ourselves, is this that little voice in me saying, I don't wanna, I can't? Or is that little voice saying, I won't, I will not? And you know what? Sometimes it's okay to do that. I'm not saying it isn't okay to do that sometimes. What I am saying, though, at some point we have to take care of the vessel. So that's what I'm doing today. I am getting off my guff. And I am going to get some things done, because I can tell you what happens with me is, even though I'm not feeling 100%, and I can't self-soothe with more food that's basically poisonous to me, because my stomach is still hurting to a very low. It's still it's like at a 2 or a 3. And I'm acknowledging that. So it's not like I can't do stuff. But it's kind of like, I don't know if any of y'all have had a migraine before. But for me, when I would have a migraine, for about 3 days after the migraine, I was afraid to move too fast. That's a true story. Because it was just, my whole body was like, don't move too fast. Slow down. It's like my body was trying to protect itself. So, oopsie. A little too much right there. Easily remedied. Yeah, this won't last long because I'll be out sweating. But I can tell you, if I put on a little makeup, look good, feel better, right? Look better, feel better. That's true. Want to shout out and say hi to Rose and Vanessa and Carol. Who else stopped by that I hadn't heard of from a while? Was it Bernice? Anyway, I miss you ladies. And sorry I haven't been giving you more. But I'm sure you're having a wonderful, beautiful summer as well. And out doing wonderful things. So you're like, why are you apologizing? I didn't even know you were missing. Well, I'm not missing. I haven't really felt much like getting online. I've been in kind of a nasty mood. We had another 2 days of storms as well. So weird timing. It was actually perfect for me to be feeling down and unhealthy, because I didn't have to show up for anything. Oh, I hung out with Vanessa yesterday. I don't know how old the video was. I'm so far behind. But she was cleaning out her makeup drawer, and it was so satisfying. I love cleaning and organizing, and I love chit chat, especially from people who aren't, like, oh, oh, I don't know where I was going with that, except that I love to watch videos of people who are genuine, right? Anyway, they come across that way. You can't always tell. I mean, look at some of the people that are getting in trouble with the law for whatever reason on YouTube. We're all human, I guess. But dang, that's why one of my goals is, and has been for many years, is to practice what I preach. I remember one time I was for a short time. This was decades ago. But I found myself in a relationship that felt like it was going to get physically abusive towards me. I felt like he was kind of hostile and waiting to explode. He was one of those bodybuilders, and something about him. I'm attracted to mean people, I think. Mean people cover it up with, maybe they're just narcissists. I don't know. But it's a thing. Attachment style issues, especially when I was younger. I couldn't attach to nice, healthy people, but boy, if somebody was kind of an a-hole underneath it all, I'm your woman. Ugh. Anyway, we went on a day trip, came back, and my dog was at his house while we were gone. And the dog had gotten into the trash where he had dumped a bunch of shrimp and food and didn't take it outside. My dog got in it, and this guy attacked my dog. Picked him up and threw him in the trash can. If I had been a big man, he would have gone down. So I picked up my stuff, got my dog, and we left. I'll tell you what, there are just some times when people get a wake-up call to, like, if I cannot go to a casino without gambling, I shouldn't go to a casino, right? If I can't go shopping without overspending, I just shouldn't go shopping, at least unsupervised. If I can't be around men without attracting a crappy guy, or just ignoring, or not being able to be attracted to a healthy guy, I just shouldn't be around men, right? That's why it's important to get to know yourself. So I can tell you what, that really helped me grow up quite a bit. So we can have our ups and downs and ins and outs, but what we do is we try to get back on track to take care of ourselves. I know life gets kind of hard. I got a message recently, and I think it's very cool. If you send me a message that you don't want anyone to see, you just type in the comments, wait a minute or two, and then delete it. And what happens is YouTube actually sends me what you wrote. I just realized this recently. There for a while I kept thinking I had glitches, that I was getting comments that I really related to, connected with. And I tried to reply back to them, but they were gone. So anyway, I want you to know that I'm getting your messages. I'm not going to say your name because I feel like that means it's a private message. But I will comment on the topic because it's important. You're right. Sometimes it's hard to get out of bed if we're not feeling well, if we're disgusted with our behavior or someone else's behavior or just the world. And I'm telling you what, I was letting the news really affect me because I kept thinking, what's wrong with people? Why are they talking about these stupid topics? And why are they letting these things happen that actually affect my way of life, the future of our country's way of life, the world, the planet? And I'm just saying, ooh, calm down. You know, and I look at some of my relationships from the past, how I got in and out, and I could just get overwhelmed. But I decided to stop it. I decided to stop feeling like that because it's not helping my body recuperate when I'm not feeling well. And I have now made a commitment that I want to see where all this craziness is going. I want to watch it happen. I want to watch how everybody handles all of this. Because thank God I'm in a safer neighborhood. I'm in a safer part of the country as far as I'm concerned right now. So I would challenge you to try to get out of bed instead of with dread. Try to get out of bed with curiosity. Try curiosity. Because I think that's a healthier way for our brain to talk to all the cells in our body. It's just one of those things that, and I'm not trying to be a goody two-shoes. I am not. What I'm saying is, I don't want to die before I have to. I've made that commitment. And all of that angst just wears down my body. And when I do have actual health issues, it makes it harder to bounce back. You know, that 3 days after a migraine or 3 days after a gluten attack. It makes me realize just how I'm taking care of my vessel, right? I know. Frankie, I hear him. He go, oh, Frankie, what are you doing? The camera's not going to steal your soul, honey. You're a good boy. He's going to go out in the yard with me. We're going to go start a load of laundry and pull some weeds while that's going. Then I'm going to come in, make my bed, and do the floors. That's what I'm going to do. All right. Well, I hope this was motivational to you in just a little tiny bit. One of the things, sometimes we have to trick our brain. And if you're not disabled, if you're not fragile, and I did this when I was younger, and I don't do it now because I sleep in what I call a queen bed. It's very high, or a princess type bed. Heck, I'm almost 3 feet off the ground. I can't really do it as easily now as I did before. Now when I roll out of bed, I basically slide out and stand up. But when I was first practicing this, I had a lower bed. And if I didn't feel like getting out of bed, I would actually roll off onto the floor carefully. I had a pillow down there. And my sense of humor would kick in because then I knew if I didn't stand up, I'd have to crawl to the bathroom. Sometimes you can use your sense of humor because all this negative thinking is just a sickness. All right. I love y'all. I'm going to head out. I'm sorry I missed you if you see this and we weren't able to connect, but I'm sending you big hugs and please make this a day you won't regret. Even if that's all the better you can do, just make it a day that you recognize you're either spending time or wasting time. But either way, you're spending time, right? I'm spending money or wasting money. Either way, the money's flowing. So, mwah. I love you. Have a lovely, lovely day, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye for now.